you guys. My name is Dr. Cheryl Meyer, and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening, and all of life is a spiritual awakening, because who doesn't want to be more conscious, you know? I was just about to drive back to my house, so I was like, oh, let me look for a video, to listen to on my drive. Sometimes I just like it quiet, but I was like, wait, why don't I make a video really quick for you guys? Because, you're reaching out in the same way, and just what I've been reflecting on. I've been a psychologist the last 20 years, but just as a person in general as well. So I'm like obsessed with like self-help and helping people out of really difficult situations so they don't have to stay stuck. And so I don't have to stay stuck. And so I was thinking about the new year, as we come to 2022, a new year. And I usually don't date my videos. I try to make them just timeless. But even if you get this another time, it's meant to be. It is. I believe these things happen for a reason. That there's just an energy of reflection on the past year, and or reflection on what's been working and what hasn't been working. You can look at it neutrally. Look at it like not judging yourself, but actually, why not take an inventory so you can, if we have the old saying, do unto others as you would wish they would do unto you, like treat others as you wish they'd treat you, then it's like, if our parents could have been more loving or more protective or more present or more aware or more guiding, or have more wisdom and consciousness in their life, then it's like, if we wanted that from them, why not offer that to ourselves now? You can be the change you wish to see in this world. Be that kind of person, either whether you have kids or whether you don't have kids, for yourself, for the child in you. The child in you needs a conscious parent, to look at and go, we have this saying of like, be sober, and I don't mean in excitement. I like being really excited and being in joy, and it's so funny because I have a verse that's coming to my mind that it's like, be sober in all things, but not, you can be drunk on the Holy Spirit. I'm like, yeah. Where's that song? We need to add that song, Holy Spirit time, or something, however it goes. I forgot how it goes. But it's just like, you don't have to take that in a super religious form. Just take it as, it's like, if God is love, you're just letting this love flow through you like a fire hose. That's how I like living, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I'm going to practice that thing where you bathe yourself in gratitude and appreciation, no matter what is happening. It's like, no matter what's going on around you, just like, I appreciate that I'm above ground. I appreciate that I'm breathing. I appreciate that I've got brown eyes, brown eyed girl, you are. I appreciate that I can love other people. I appreciate that I have other people in my life to love. I appreciate, the sun is still shining, that look, there's a pine cone. I'm not going to turn my phone. I don't always like showing where I am, but it's raining outside. It's beautiful. That I have the ability to go in nature, that I have the ability, I did yoga this morning, that I have the ability to like, move my arms, use the capacity of my body, just like they say, after 60 seconds of just bathing yourself in gratitude, it's like, some people say we're all frequencies. And so, I went to a whole week long Joe Dispenza, so go figure that. I know this stuff in space. I was listening to this call today, this live call, and the people in my group were like, you got to Eckhart Tolle yourself before you're Joe Dispenza yourself. I can tell that much. But it's so funny. And so that Eckhart Tolle is about getting into the present moment. And I created a year-long class on based on the power of now, inspired by the power of now, his book, The Power of Now, so that we'd have a framework. But really ask yourself, what worked well this year? I won't say what's going on because I won't go into that right now. I never have really. I mean, I made a couple videos, but they say that the leading cause of death for all of that is obesity, and this certain organization that releases the scientific, supposedly, information about this. And the second is fear. Okay, second cause of comorbidity in the deaths of this is fear. And so how much was I running my life by fear and anxiety? That's a temptation for all of us, because our primal brain, okay, our old brain, wants to like make sense of everything and control everything. And when there's things that are out of control, and then the world's telling you to take control by these certain methods and means, and I'm all for everyone being in their own freedom. Like, why don't we unite? I kept thinking this morning, like, gosh, we need to start a movement here. I want to start a movement with teenagers to just start uniting, this is just coming to me, but that's on the side. So, but going back to reflecting on the year and not judging yourself, but looking at what worked, what were patterns that I would like to consciously change? Where was I just going on automatic because the world taught me to think a certain way instead of have critical thinking? Think for yourself. Understand that, people died. People died. I live in America, and I know in other countries too. People died to get us our freedoms. And so there is something important with honoring that we have freedom in certain countries. I don't know which country you're watching this from, but there's something noble in standing up for freedom, and I'll just leave it at that. But, I encourage all of us not to let other people divide us, It's divide and conquer. We learned that in like 3rd grade. I learned that, United, we stand. Divided, we fall. Come on, Panthers. Win them all. I don't know how the rest of the cheer went. I was a cheerleader like in Texas. In Texas, go fight, win. Go fight, win, Panthers. All right, so I'm like, don't turn it off right now just because I went in my Texas accent. I can do lots of accents. All right, but really look at what was my year about. What are the lessons I don't want to repeat? How do I get conscious in those areas? How do I invite divine love and higher awareness into those? Where was my intuition leading me? What are my purposes? What are my passions? What's my passion? What do I want to accomplish in my life? What would I like to accomplish if, I had $12 million in the bank right now, I'll just say it like that, what would I like to be doing with my life? What is a purposeful way to give back? How can I add value? These are just questions that go in my head. How do I prioritize what I'm good at and how I can add value? And of course, what do I like about my job, my current job? And then if I could have 3 ideal jobs, like write those down, and then how was my mental state this year? Was I in depression a lot? Depression is to press down. I won't go into all of it. You guys can watch my other videos. I talk all about it, and I'm making 1-minute videos and all this stuff on TikTok, so we'll have an encyclopedia of 1-minute videos on this. I have a lot of them. I just haven't uploaded them yet. I got to edit them down to 1 minute. Like, I'm used to an hour with people, so 1 minute, like, it felt like a limitation before, but now I'm gonna do this. This is a new challenge. All right. So, was I depressed? Depression, sometimes they say if we go in our past, or you're pressing down on yourself in order to not feel the pain, because you don't know that you can get through the pain, and you don't have to keep being identified with the pain and see yourself as this victim all the time. So we press down. It's depressed. You use your energy to press down. And anxiety, you know, can keep you distracted because there's pain underneath that too sometimes. It's just a lot of people don't know how to deal with their pain. But like, you can watch my videos. Set it on your New Year's resolution to watch a bunch of my videos, because it's all about feeding your soul, and it's all about feeding your psyche truth so you can get to higher places within yourself. You know, live more consciously, live more in love. The present moment. Here, I'll show the tree. I was listening to some Eckhart Tolle this morning, and he was saying, you know, being in nature helps you get in the present moment. Sometimes we're afraid to be in the present moment because bad things happen to us in the present moment. And so it's just easier to keep escaping and scrolling or whatever. But I have on one of my posters that I made at a Tony Robbins thing, it's like, be brave. My purpose in life, it was to be brave, and then there was all this stuff afterwards. But I'm like, wow. Like, I was listening to my intuition when I wrote that. So to be brave is to let yourself be yourself in this present moment. We're scared to be ourselves because we're scared that we're going to be rejected. Like, let them reject you, you know? You aren't their rejection. You are a soul in a human body, and you are meant to be you. And anyway, I love you, and I do these videos because I want to remind you who you are, as I remind myself who I am, as I learn to be brave, to connect in this present moment. Just feel yourself in your body. I'll wrap this up, but who am I? You ask yourself that. Who am I? Like, beyond my skin color, beyond my gender, beyond my religion, beyond my age, beyond your age. Who are you? The more you experience yourself as love, the more you're going to connect with that vibration, and then you crave that vibration, and then you live in that vibration, and then you give that to other people. So, you know, it may seem like a real simple thing to be in the present moment, but it takes a lot of courage, because a lot of your egotism burns away by you practicing being in the present moment. And I just had to return to that this morning. I didn't have to. I did return to that this morning. So I wish this for you, you know. It's where, like Christ was talking about, that peace that passes all understanding. That's where it is. Because it's like, be still and know that love is love. All right, I wish you much love.